All right, so we're gonna start with a little side lunge. So we're gonna take a step up to the side, lunge, and then reach to the side that you're lunging to. So this is a way to stretch out your inner thigh and your torso. So we're just gonna step out and stretch to the same side that you are stepping to. Good. Keep that up. We will switch sides in a couple seconds here. But really get that lean and reach to the side that you step to pull in through the shoulder and the torso to wake up this morning. Okay, step to the left. Today's crazy warm-up question, if you haven't read it already, is if for a month you could choose to have your abs, or you had to choose to have your abs made out of a different material or some sort of device, what would it be? What came to mind for me right now, I feel like I'm cold a lot lately with this weather we've been having here in Pennsylvania. So I'm just going to choose a space heater because that would help. Wouldn't always have to be finding a blanket to snuggle under. So my abs are going to be a space heater. One more time to the other side. Okay, so now we're going to go to a forward lunge and an overhead reach. So once you've lunged as far as you're going to go, you're going to pull your arms up towards the ceiling, like you're trying to put your fingertips on the ceiling. So really step and stretch to the ceiling. Good. All right, yeah, you're up. You've got some abs, but they're not your own. What are they made out of? Got rubber or silicone abs, and you are bendy in every direction. Let's switch sides, other foot in front and reaching up. You've got some flexibility. That's a good choice. Okay, good. Becky, what are your abs made of? Oh, okay. Well, you'll be always ready to clean up a mess if you have abs.
Comes in handy.
That is a handy, very convenient thing. Good. I'm up here. So this one we're going to repeat later in the workout. So I want you to just find a wall or a door frame. You don't need much space behind you. Something to put your foot on. So you're going to have a foot back and you're going to be standing up like this. So if you don't have a wall, if you can't find anything, just have that foot on the ground behind you. And you're going to go into a little bit of a split squat. But if you can find something, you still want your feet to be pretty far apart. So you're going to step 2-3 feet away from the wall and just have that toe behind you touching the wall. And you're just using whatever range of motion feels comfortable to you. So you're sinking down with your butt and then standing up. Good. So this is a tough one. Try sticking your foot, so make sure it's not directly behind your other foot. Kind of stick it out to the side so there's some space between your legs. If you could see me from straight on, I'm kind of like this, right? I got my leg out to the side a little bit more. So that'll help you too with a little balance here. But this is a split squat that we're doing. I'll switch sides. So other foot goes back behind you, either on the floor or on the wall, whatever positioning you have available to you in your room that you're in right now. Good. Good. Looking good. Few more. 2 and 3. Okay. Next and last warm up. We will be doing, first of all, Catherine, tell us what your abs are made out of.
I'm thinking of the silicone rubber thing too. I was thinking maybe my yoga mat.
All right, that's good. You can become one with the mat if you're made of the mat, so that's good for 2. So now we're going to do chest to ground walk-ups. So what is that? You got to get your chest to the ground to start with. So you're doing this, and then you are slowly, slowly, slowly walking those little steps up and then standing up. And then taking your chest back down to the ground, walking your feet back down to the ground, okay? So little steps up until you can stand. And then you're going little steps back until you lower yourself to the mat. Good. We're gonna do this just a few times. Okay. Lauren, I believe we have not asked you yet what you would have your abs made out of if it was something different than what they're made out of now. So what would you choose if you had to? Okay, then you're thinking along the same lines of me, something warm. Maybe we could have some space heaters together. Okay. All right. I am feeling warmer and about you, so let's get started. So today we have a theme of full body workout, but we are leading up to some core exercises, a core blast towards the end. So that's why I've chosen to talk about your core a little bit today. So we're going to start out with 5 rounds of exercises, but only 10 seconds each. And to begin with, they're going to be 10 seconds of jumping jacks going into 10 seconds of fast feet. So this is the cardio part of our exercise. So we're either stepping out to the side or actually doing some jumping jacks like that. And then fast feet is just as fast as you can. So we'll be going back and forth, 10 seconds of each of those. No rest until we're done, and then we get a 30-second rest. So we're going to start out with that. So get into your space where you want to do your jumping jacks. And we're starting here in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Fast feet. This is the cardio part, so we're working hard to get our heart rate up and jumping jacks. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Fast feet. 3, 2, 1, and jumping jack. Three, 2, 1, fast feet. Halfway done with this part already. Good. 3, 2, 1, and jumping jacks. Beautiful. And fast feet. And 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks. Last time for jumping jacks. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, fast feet. A 30-second rest and we're done with this. Three, 2, 1. Okay, rest. So got a 30-second rest, and then we're going to move on to arms next. Slowing it down to 4 rounds, but that means we're going up to 20 seconds for exercise. So we'll be doing dumbbell punches or whatever you have. Water bottles work great for these, or cans. So I want you to hold them like this. Not like this, but like this. And you're going to be punching one leg behind the other like this, okay? And then after that, we're going to be doing an upright row. So you have either one big heavy weight, like a book bag full of stuff, or 2 weights. Whatever you have, you're pulling like this in front of you. So make sure both those weights are handy because we're going to switch back and forth without really any rest between those two exercises. So go ahead and grab your lighter weights if you have them for the punches. Get into position with one leg behind. Starting here in 3, 2, 1, go. So these are 20 seconds each, these exercises. And I'll cue you a few seconds before we switch to that upright row. Good. Excellent. And 3, 2, 1, upright row. Excellent. Think about what your shoulders are doing here. In other words, don't bring them up to your ears. Try to kind of push them down while you're doing this exercise. Gives you more of a back workout. 3, 2, 1, and we're punching. Keep it up, 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, switch to the row. See what I mean here? With the punching, you really don't need hardly any weight. It's pretty quickly. This escalates and you start to feel that fatigue. 3, 2, 1, punching. This time, switch your hands to this position. So that's going to change. You're going to feel it more in your shoulders, more in your forearms, less in the biceps like the previous grip. Switching in 3, 2, 1, upright row. Good. Excellent. Everyone looks great. After this, we only have one more of each exercise. In 3, 2, 1, last time for punching. Palms facing the floor again, like this. Last 10 seconds, come on. Feel the burn. And 3, 2, 1. Last exercise, row. 20 seconds here, then we rest for 30. Keep it up, last few seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful, okay. So next we're gonna do some legs. Taking it down to 3 rounds. Taking the exercise up to 30 seconds per exercise. Okay, so for legs, we're gonna do a reverse lunge, alternating each side, and then we're gonna do skater hops, which we've done before. Hopping to the side. So from the side, that looks like this. Good. So we're going to get started here. Reverse lunge, starting in 3, 2, and 1. So remember what holds true here. I always say, imagine those train tracks. So whenever you're lunging, whether it's forwards or backwards, keep some space between those feet, right? That's going to help keep your knees in the right position for this. Excellent. Keep going. And 3, 2, 1, skater hops. Excellent. Try to stay upright with this. So make sure you don't find yourself bending over towards the floor. Keep your chest up nice and proud. Everyone's doing a great job with that. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Take it to the reverse lunge again, alternating sides. When you come up out of that lunging position, that front leg is doing all the work. Really drive your force through the heel of that front leg to get your body back up to standing. Good. We are going to skaters in 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. After this, we just have one more time on each of these exercises before we rest. Excellent. One more reverse lunge and one more skater hop. Starting in 3, 2, 1, reverse lunge it. Okay, great. And we're moving to the skater hops. In 3, 2, and skater hops. Okay, giving ourselves a rest after this one. Last time for this. Good. Great job, everyone. Loving the effort today. And 3, 2, 1, 30-second rest. Okay. So our final round of this block is going to be only 2 rounds long, going up to 40 seconds for each exercise. So we will be doing some kind of more core work. We're doing a bicycle crunch and those chest to ground walk-ups that we did in the warm-up. So bicycle crunch, we've done those before. Those chest to ground, just to remind you, you're walking up, standing up, and then walking those feet back and lowering yourself to the ground, okay? So let's get started here. We're gonna start on the mat with the bicycle crunch. 40 seconds here, starting in 3, 2, 1, good. And always pick that spot straight above your head on the ceiling to stare at. Preserve your neck. Keeps the front of your neck from curling up and getting too tight, good. Okay, keep it up, only 15 seconds to go. All right, get ready to switch to that chest to ground. Walk up in 3, 2, 1. You're really keeping your core tight here as you walk up and walk back. It's almost like a walking plank. Good. Excellent. Ten seconds to go. Only one more round after this. Back to the mat for bicycles in 3, 2, 1. All right, keep it up. Halfway. Less than 10, almost there. In 3, 2, 1, chest to ground. Get a nice rest after this one. Keep moving. All right, halfway through. You can do it. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, excellent. All right, so that was the first block. We're gonna do same format for the second block where we hit the cardio on the first set, then do arms, legs, and some core. So timing is gonna be the same as well, where we cut down the rounds each time through and increase the time per exercise. So right now, let's just hydrate, recover for a minute. All right. Okay, about another 30 seconds and we'll get started here. So the first exercise is going to be really simple, slow stepping, like marching in place, and then you're going to do a factor high knee. So that's more like, and then we'll slow it down to a slow step. So that's the exercise there. For the arms, you're going to need your small weight. We're going to do bicep curls, but in a very interesting way that makes a small weight all that you need for it. I promise. Okay, so let's get started here with our slow steps. 3, 2, 1. Slow steps. Don't have to bring the knees very high. This is the slow step. I'm taking it up to the high knee, faster step. In 3, 2, 1. This one helps if you kind of get the arms into it. Good. 3, 2, 1, and slow step. Three, two, one, and high. Higher and faster. Good. Good. 3, 2, 1, and slower. Three, two, one, and faster and higher. Three, two, one, and slow down. Less than a minute left here for cardio. And speed it up. High knees. Three, two, one. Last time for slow stepping. Three, two, one. Take it up a notch with those knees up high. Last time to do this. Three, two, one, and rest. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is lightweight. You probably only need a couple pounds for this, for your bicep curls. So that's all we're going to do for the next like 2.5 minutes here, why you don't need very much weight. One arm is going to curl while the other one stays in a bent still curl. And then 20 seconds later, you're going to switch. Other arm stays still while the other arm curls. So we'll just keep toggling back and forth every 20 seconds there. So grab the weights that you need for that. This will be 4 rounds, 20 seconds each round, okay? Doesn't matter with the feet. If you feel more comfortable with one foot behind you, that's fine. If you like to just stand feet together, that's fine. But anyways, let's start left arm bent, right arm curling, go. So this is gonna seem easy at first. Just give it a minute. And you'll be saying, wow, I feel that, feel it. Okay, switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Right arm is bent, left arm is curling. Good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's gonna help work those posture muscles. Always be working posture. Good. 3, 2, 1. Left arm bent, right arm curl. Good. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Right arm bent, left arm curl. Maybe start to feel a little bit, but if not, don't worry, because we are only halfway through. We've got some more work to do here. 3, 2, 1. Left arm bent, right arm curl. As always, I want you to keep moving through these time intervals, even if the weight gets too heavy or you feel like you can't do it. Just keep moving. You can even set the weight down for a second and keep those arms moving and pick it back up. Doesn't matter. Just keep moving. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Right arm still, left arm moving. This workout's for you this morning. So you make it what works for you. Excellent. Everyone's doing great. Keep it up. We've got one more time on each side now. Left arm is still, right arm is curling. Let's pinch those shoulder blades together. Really feel that. It's like you have a walnut, let's just pretend, between your shoulder blades. You're trying to crush it. That's the feeling you're going for, working those posture muscles in your upper back. And switch sides, last time. Right arm still, left arm curl. Maybe we're feeling it a little bit now, huh? Okay, last 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, great job on that. So we're gonna pause for 30 and then go into legs. Legs are gonna be for 3 rounds, 30 seconds each. So for those exercises, the first one we'll be doing is a squat. Second one is what we did in the warm up. So you're finding a wall behind you, sticking your leg back and going down into that single leg squat. Or if you don't have a situation where you can do that, you're just 1 foot behind you, light touch of the heel and going down like that, okay? So we will start here with the squat. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, going into our squats. This is for 30 seconds. And when we get to the next one, when you're doing just that one leg at a time, you want it to be pretty difficult because you're doing one leg at a time for 15 seconds. So you don't have to do it for very long. So make it tough for yourself. Put yourself in a position where it's tough to stand up out of that split squat position. 3, 2, 1. Put the leg back for that squatting. Good. We'll switch legs in a few seconds here. Excellent. 3, 2, and switch. Remember what I said about that leg behind you? You can kind of kick it out to the side a little bit instead of directly behind you to help with the balance here. 3, 2, 1. We're going into our squats again. Remember for squats, keeping the chest up, keeping your core braced and tight, sticking that butt out behind you. Good. All right. Heading to the wall in 3, 2, and 1. Do that split squat. Good. Really good. Switching legs in 3, 2, 1. Other side. Okay, we're coming up on our last round here. One more squat, one more split squat. Go into the squats in 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, keep it up. Split squat in 3, 2, and 1. Feeling those legs about now. A little bit of burn. Switch sides. Who else do you know is starting a burn this morning in their house like this? Not many people. So pat yourself on the back for doing this first thing in the morning. 3, 2, and 1. Rest for a minute here. So the next and final thing in this block is going to be some core. So we're going to do 2 rounds of core, 40 seconds each exercise. I'm going to show you the exercise. You're going to take your heavier weight, so 10-ish pounds. We'll be starting with a glute bridge. So this weight goes right at the junction of your legs and torso, and you're pushing that butt up towards the ceiling and squeezing the glutes at the top of that movement there. So this is going to be our glute bridge. The other is holding that weight so it dangles, and you're crunching over your knees. Tap the weight behind your head, bring it over your knees, okay? So let's start with our glute bridges. Grab your weight onto the mat. 40 seconds here of glute bridges. Put that weight right at the junction of your legs and your torso, and we're pushing. This is a slow and controlled movement, trying to get as high as you can off of the mat with your hips. And squeezing your glutes at the end helps give you just a fraction more of that clearance off the mat. Excellent. Last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Take that weight behind your head. Your knees are going to stay up towards your chest, and you're crunching over. This is a pull over crunch because you're pulling the weight over your head and over your knees. Good. So guess what? We're still crunching. So we're still always doing what we do when we crunch and staring at that spot on the ceiling, straight above your head, the whole time as you sit up to keep your neck nice and straight. Excellent. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go to those glute bridges one last time. Really good. All right, halfway. Keep it up. Almost there. Switching to the pull over crunches in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Halfway through. All right, final 10. And 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work, excellent work. Okay. So we're gonna rest for a minute here. Then we're gonna head into what we've all been waiting for, and a full core block. So we're gonna have to use our rubber silicone heater abs, paper towel abs on this next one here. We have the same timing format as before, where we're increasing the seconds we do an exercise, decreasing the reps. So that part is going to be familiar, and then we're doing all core, a variety of crunches, planks, good stuff for you this morning, this Monday morning that I have planned. Okay. All right. So we'll be spending the whole time on the mat since we're doing all core. We get started in just a few seconds here. Okay, so we're gonna start with a low plank to a high plank. So low plank is gonna be on your forearms like this. High plank is on your hands. And also, if it feels better to you, please feel free to do this on your knees. You can still really keep your core tight and make it a good workout for you. You can also switch to that at any point during the round that you feel that would work better for you. So we're gonna start with that here. So start on your low plank, then 10 seconds in, we'll switch to high, back and forth for 5 rounds. And go, low plank. Switching to high and high plank. And back to low plank. And switching to high plank. Three, 2, 1, low plank. Okay, less than a minute of work left here. And high plank. 3, 2, 1, low plank. Three, 2, 1, and high plank. So I do always recommend keeping the butt as low as possible with this, but that is one good way to modify the plank. If you need to make it low plank, you need to make it a little bit, feel a little bit better for you, you can stick the butt up just a little bit to change where you're feeling it. 3, 2, 1, this is last one, high plank. Hold out for a few seconds here and then you get a rest. And 3, 2, 1, okay. Made it through the first round. So next round, we go up to 20 seconds per exercise. And we will be doing Russian twists and single leg V-ups. So Let's walk through those real quick. Russian twist, you will need your heavier weight, so go ahead and grab that. You're gonna lean back so you can feel your abs engage, and then you're gonna twist the weight from side to side, all right? And the V up is, you're gonna take your leg up, keep the leg straight, and you're gonna sit up towards that leg. You're gonna alternate legs here. All right, so we're gonna get started with the Russian twist, so get your weight. Find the position where you can lean back a little bit, feel some tension in your core, and go. You wanna tap that weight on either side of you. Also follow it with your eyes. Good. That's gonna help your whole torso twist. Good. 3, 2, 1. Set the weight down. Let's go to those V-ups. One leg at a time. You're reaching for the ankle. Don't need to touch it, but that's where you're aiming your hands. Good. Okay. And switch. Russian twists are good exercise for those side abdominals. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Single leg V-ups. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Russian twist. Your arms aren't doing much work here. It's your torso that's twisting to get that weight on either side of you. Excellent. Keep it going. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Single leg V up. All right, really good. Russian twist in 3, 2, and 1. So how do you modify this one? Just sit up a little bit more. Don't lean back as far. That'll help changing the way this one feels for you. And you can also use no weight. This actually works. You do this with some clients with no weight, just tapping with your hands on either side. 3, 2, 1. Single leg V up. Okay, got about 60 seconds left here before we rest. One more round after this of twists and V-ups. 3, 2, 1. Last Russian twist of the day. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, V-ups and then we'll rest. Excellent. Keep it up. And 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, let's rest. Okay. So the next thing in store here, we have some lower ab exercises. So this is going to focus on those parts of your abs that are closer to your legs. We'll be doing 30 seconds of each exercise. And to start off with, you're going to have your hands flat on the mat, either side of your hips, knees up towards the chest. That's exactly what it looks like. So the important part of this is that you're hips come all the way off the ground and that you're really tensing your abs when you do it. So it's just that very lower part of your abs that are working to get those hips actually lifted off the mat. And you want to control it too. So you don't want to lift up and then just slam back down, but you want to have a little bit of control up and down. So that's the first one. The second one is a leg flutter. So you're going to be fluttering the legs. Important part of this is making sure your low back is really pressed into the mat. At a certain point, if you flutter too low here, like maybe this, you'll feel your low back lift off the mat, and we don't want that. So just pick a level off the ground where you can work with that flutter and still feel your low back contacting the mat, okay? So let's get started with our reverse crunches. Remember, the feet are always off the ground, palms on the mat, either side of your hips, and go. So it doesn't matter how far your knees come back, it's just how much of your hips and even your low back that you can get to lift off the mat. Try to control it coming down a little bit. It's okay if you even push against the mat a little bit. And 3, 2, 1. So let's find your flutter spot where you can really still stick your low back into the mat. You want to pretend like there's a P underneath your low back and you're pushing it into the mat. You're squashing it, right? That's going to keep your back safe. It's going to give you some good pelvic and lower abs work if you do that. Keep it up. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse crunch. Excellent work. Keep it up. In 3, 2, and 1. Going to do the leg flutter. Next, let's go. And leg flutter. All right, we have about 90 seconds left in our workout today, so keep it up. You are doing so good. You've come this far. Keep those legs fluttering. 12 more seconds. You can do this. In 3, 2, 1, let's do one more time on each and then we're done. Reverse crunch. Oh, I know you're feeling the burn. Those abs, they want to be done. And they will be so soon, but keep it up. You've got this. You can do it. 10 seconds left on these. And 3, 2, 1. All right, last 30 seconds. Let's make it good. Do your flutter. Really push that low back into the mat. Know it burns, but hold on to it. You've only got 10 seconds left, and you can do it. And 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Excellent work, everyone. Excellent work. Ooh, a little bit of core today, just a little bit. All right, so I'd like to get started with a stretch with the hip flexors. So this is called the couch stretch because it's originally taught on a couch where you prop your leg up behind you on a couch. So make sure I'm in the frame here, I'm not really in the frame. So you're propping one leg up behind you, you can see, and the other one is in front. So maybe you can use a wall, you can use a chair, you can use a couch, whatever's behind you. The point is this leg here is bent and you really feel that stretch in the leg that's behind you. So you're going to feel that in the front. So we did a lot of hip flexion today. So this is kind of a more intense hip flexor stretch. And you're really going to feel, because of how bent your knee is on that leg behind you, you really feel a good pull through the front of your hips. So one leg steps out in front, the other leg is behind you. Good. All right, let's sink into this one. So the sign up is open for next month, and I did put it on Facebook, but I know not everyone's on Facebook or is checking Facebook now. So I'm going to send out an email later today so everyone can take a look at that if you want. I'll switch sides. So other leg goes behind you. Excellent. So the email will go out today for signing up if you're interested. Excellent. Now let's do this one more time on each side. So if you remember, can you believe it, that we're already, Thursday is the last workout of this month. We've already made it through a series. And if you remember back to the first workout that we did that fitness assessment where I had you have the piece of paper and write down how far you got through one of the exercises. We're going to repeat the first session on Thursday to kind of give you a chance to see how far you've come. Let's switch sides. If nothing else, I bet it will feel easier to you. And I'm excited for you to see for yourself as well what difference you feel from the first session to Thursday. Okay, so we did the hip flexors due diligence today. One stretch for the arms, and then we'll be done. So you're going to interlace the fingers behind your back and try to pull away from your back as much as you can. So those biceps that we did today, the bicep curls, the main reason we're doing this stretch today. Gets you right through the biceps and through your shoulders, both arms at the same time. Good. All right, so continue to do any of these stretches through the day if you're feeling tight from our workout. It'll be good for you. Other than that, I will see you Thursday. Thanks everyone for joining me. Hope you have a good week.